The human growth hormone increases the circulation of the blood to the skin. And increasing the circulation of the blood to the skin keeps the skin nourished, so that can slow down aging. Now, it's not a surprise that the movie stars pay $1,000 a week for the human growth hormone. Well, I'm offering it to you cut price today. 15 minutes, high-intensity interval training a day will cause a release of the human growth hormone, which remains active for 24 hours. Now, that's a bargain. I mentioned my sister-in-law, Abigail O'Neill, who's a top model now. And when you look at her pictures, you think you're looking at a 20-year-old girl, and she's 48, and she does this every day. So she's getting the human growth hormone, but she's getting it the way God planned for us to get it. Remember what I said earlier, everything we need's in here. It's in here. Everything we need, God has supplied in our body. We just need to know how to access it, which is what I'm doing for you now, is allowing you to access that.
In a world saturated with quick fixes and pharmaceutical solutions, Dr. Barbara O'Neill stands out as a beacon for hope for those seeking a more natural approach to health and anti-aging. Her philosophy centers around a profound belief the body is inherently designed to heal itself. This journey into the realm of natural healing is guided by 3 essential elements: water, herbs, and natural hormones. Imagine waking up each morning, the sun filtering through your curtains, casting a warm glow into your room. As you rise, you feel that familiar thirst, a signal from your body that it craves hydration. This is where Dr. O'Neill's teachings come into play. She emphasizes that many people start their day dehydrated, often reaching for coffee or juice instead of pure water.
But probably one of the exercises, well, it's actually the only exercise that affects every single cell in the body, is rebounding. And I read a book by Albert Carter, and this book was written in about the 80s. I picked it up because I'm an avid reader at Eden Valley when I was waiting for someone, and I couldn't put this book down. Albert Carter was a champion trampolinist. And then he married, and he noticed that his children were particularly strong, because he and his wife and children had a travelling trampoline show where they do all this trampolining. His little girl was 4 and can do one-arm push-ups. There's a photo of him in the book holding her ankles, and she's doing a one-arm push-up. And his little boy, he was only a little guy, and he'd get picked on at school and he'd challenge everyone to push-ups. He could do 1,000 push-ups, 7 years of age. And when you look at the pictures of Albert Carter, he's like this. You know, and you could count the muscles in his abs. And he wanted to know why. Don't you love it when someone wants to know why? Why did this form of exercise produce such strength? And in the 1980s, early 90s, there wasn't a lot of research about it, but he found it at NASA. You see, when the astronauts go to outer space, there's no gravity. And when they came back from outer space, and they're late 30s, 40s, maybe early 50s, very fit, they'd lost sometimes 25% bone strength and muscle strength. So they looked for a form of exercise that would prevent that loss, well, as much, and restore it. And there was only one type of exercise that would do that, and that was the trampolining. So of course in the 90s they put together the little rebounder, which does the same as the trampoline, but it makes it accessible. You can have it in your house. And what Albert Carter wanted to know was why. Why was it such a powerful form of exercise? The reason why it was such a powerful form of exercise is it triggers 3 forces. One force is it's defying gravity, and we're not surprised at that. That's exactly what rebounding does. It defies gravity. Because that's what you're doing. You're constantly leaping against gravity. And that's how strength comes, defying gravity. He also defined another force that's happening there, and that's acceleration. Because when you're leaping off the mat, you are accelerating. And then when you get to the tip of your bounce, then you're experiencing deceleration. And he found a quote from Einstein that states that these three forces have the same effect on the body, and they affect every single cell, even the cell at the tip of your ear. There is no cell in the body that is not affected by rebounding. And he did a lot of experiments. He had in a gym you've got like a cycle of things. Someone will do 5 minutes on the exercise bike, 5 minutes on the rowing machine, another on the pull-ups, be a cycle. So he had 20 athletes and they were quite fit. And one set did that, and the other set did the same thing, but between every one, they would do 30 seconds rebounding and then go to the next one, 30 seconds rebounding and then go to the next one. And he said after 3 months, he said the fitness difference was remarkable. I think it was something like 20% greater fitness had the ones that were rebounding between every cycle. He says 3 minutes, 3 times a day. That's hardly anything.
In her view, proper hydration is not just about quenching thirst, it's about preparing your body for the day ahead. She encourages her followers to drink water strategically, half an hour before meals, to prime the digestive system. This simple act can enhance digestion and nutrient absorption, allowing the body to function optimally. Dr. O'Neill advocates for clean, pure water, free from contaminants and additives. She paints a vivid picture of how our bodies thrive on this essential element, enabling us to detoxify and rejuvenate at a cellular level. It's a refreshing reminder that sometimes the simplest solutions are the most effective. As you delve deeper into Dr. O'Neill's philosophy, you discover her passion for herbs, natural remedies that have been used for centuries to promote one's health and longevity. Picture a vibrant kitchen filled with jars of dry herbs, each one holding the potential for healing. Turmeric stands out as a golden warrior against inflammation, its bright color symbolizing vitality and health. Blueberries beckon with their rich antioxidants, promising enhanced cognitive function and protection against aging. Legumes, humble yet powerful, offer nutrient density that support heart health. Dr. O'Neill encourages incorporating these herbs into daily meals, not just as spices, but as integral components of your diet. She believes that by embracing these natural remedies, individuals can tap into their healing properties and experience transformative effects on their overall well-being.
You know that you certainly are doing your, by the way, this is the health bounce. So anyone can do that, the health bounce. And some say, well, I can't because I don't have good balance. Do you know how you get the balance? Rebounding. Because your balance is set by the fine mechanisms inside your ear and the bottom of your feet. If you think you're going to fall off, you can get a bar, a bar, and hold on to the bar. But this is the rebounder, and I always say to people, start like this, and what you can also do is just like that, just the bits like that. And as you get better at it, of course, you can go further and further and further, and you can twist. So twisting your spine is great for the spine. And what about your biceps and your triceps? This is biceps with the palm down, and triceps is the palm up. So there's a lot of, and you can tell. And you can see by what I've told you that I'm relatively fit. I wouldn't say I was ultra fit, but I'm starting to get a little breathless. And you can also do your eyes. So how you strengthen your eyes is, say, if I'm doing it here, you see there's the doorway. What I do is I focus on the door frame, and then the tree outside will jump. And I'll do that for 10 jumps, and then I focus on the tree, and then the door frame jumps. So can you see what I'm doing? I'm doing long and short range on your eyes. And when you do the long and short range on your eyes, you're strengthening short range muscles, and you're strengthening long range muscles. And so I do use reading glasses for fine print, but my strength of my glasses has not changed for 30 years. And I believe it's because, yes, all of this, and in his book, Better Eyesight Without Glasses, Dr. William Bates, he shows how you can strengthen your eyes, and the last chapter has a summary, and basically he puts these laws of health there, because your eyes need hydration, your eyes need nourishment, your eyes need to sleep, your eyes need sunshine, so basically all of that. But what I love about this rebounding exercise is how it strengthens your short and your long range muscles in your eyes. So remember that glasses do weaken your eyes, so as much as possible don't wear your glasses. Obviously there might be times that everyone's taking their glasses off. Obviously there may be times when you will need them, but as much as possible, because I've spoken to some people and they've said, well, I need them for reading. I said, but you don't need them for anything else, so don't wear them for anything else. Because what you will find is that your eyes will adjust. It's like your eyes go back into the easy chair. Oh, this is good, we don't have to do much work anymore. But your eyes are made up of these long and short range muscles, so you can work those muscles. I did mention the book Better Eyesight Without Glasses by Dr. William Bates, and that's a really good book to read to strengthen eyesight. So the rebounding is something I believe everyone can do, and it's such a powerful form of exercise, you don't have to do it very much.
As you continue your exploration of Dr. O'Neill's teachings, you come to understand the critical role hormones play in maintaining health and vitality. She emphasizes that hormonal balance is key to preventing many age-related issues. Imagine engaging in regular exercise, perhaps a brisk walk or an invigorating HIIT session that not only strengthens your body, but also stimulates the release of human growth hormones. This hormone is vital for growth, metabolism, and muscle strength, acting as a fountain of youth within our bodies. Dr. O'Neill also stresses the importance of a wholesome diet rich in whole foods, nuts, seeds, avocados, and olive oil, each bite nourishing your body while supporting hormonal balance, coupled with mindfulness practices like meditation or yoga to manage stress levels, and this holistic approach creates an environment where your body can thrive.
I've come to the conclusion that people get old because they stop jumping. And what are the old sayings? Jump for joy, jump for life. So start jumping. When I was in Invercargill in New Zealand, I gave a series of meetings and they asked me to give a health talk, just a quick summary, in which I did of the laws of health, to an aged care facility. Now this aged care facility, the people were looking after themselves, so they had their own little units. And the lady that owned it, she bought 3 rebounders by the end of the day. She had 3 rebounders in this aged care facility. And the local sports shop said, what's going on here? I've sold out of rebounders. But there are rebounders and there are rebounders. There are some rebounders that are so hard that it's almost like jumping on the ground. Well, jumping on the ground, will that do what the rebounder does? No, it will not, because with the rebounder you've got this shock absorber and then it ricochets you up in the air. So running on the ground can be very jarring for your hips, it can be very jarring for your knees and for your ankles and also your pelvis, your lower back, whereas there's no jarring on the rebounder. And Dr. Albert Carter, he tells the story of some of his friends who were runners, and by the age of 50 they got arthritis in their hips, they got pain, and he got them over and onto rebounding. And he said with a change of diet and with just the gentle exercise of the rebounder, gentle but incredibly powerful, he said that their aches and pains were dispersing. One more other aspect of exercise, and that is how we run. Now when you're in the rebounder, you will never jump on your ankle, on your heel. You'll always do toe running. And if you watch children run, they always toe run. And if you run on grass, you will always toe run. But unfortunately with these padded joggers, it encourages people to heel strike when they run. And there's a book called Born to Run by Christopher McDougall. And he was a runner, and he was getting hamstring, pelvic, lower back problems. So he decided to take a few months off work, travel the globe, interviewing runners. And he also looked historically at runners. And he found in 1960 and 1964, there was an African runner who took home gold in all of his running races, breaking times, and his name was Abibi Bikila. I don't know if you've heard of Abibi Bikila, and he was a barefoot runner. Nike and Reebok hate this story. He was a barefoot runner, and as a barefoot runner, he was toe striking. And so Christopher McDougall, he explored it more and more and more. He found this group of Mexicans that love running, and it's all barefoot running and it's all toe striking. When they get to the really rocky passes, he said they cut out tyre from car tyres and strapped that on them just for the really sharp rocky bits. And it was from that book came the barefoot runners. You've seen barefoot runners? I'll bring my runners tomorrow if you like. They're barefoot runners. With barefoot runners, it's a very thin sole, and you get the shoe and the heel and the toe can touch each other. So it's a very workable sole. So when I read this book, I went straight out and bought some barefoot runners. And over the next couple of days, all my legs were sore, and I realised that you use totally different muscles when you toe strike, depending when you heel strike. This is another interesting book, and this guy's an atheist, but when he studied the foot, because he really explores running, legs and feet, and he said, the foot is a perfect design. And when I read that, I thought, mate, did we evolve or did we design? Make up your mind. Now, I believe that we were made in the image of God, and this foot was a perfect design. And he had to acknowledge that when he looked at the foot, because when you land on your foot, your toes spread out, your big toe basically balances you, and then you've got the ball of the foot and all of those muscles and little bones in there. It's just designed to take the weight, but the heel is not. The heel is not designed to take the weight. Obviously, when we walk, we heel strike, but it's not a huge strike because we're just walking. But when you run, it must be a toe strike. And so I love my barefoot runners because that's what I did the Rocky Mountain National Park climb in, and because they're wide, my little toe, and by the way, my little toe, you forget how much a little toe does until you break it. But I went round Bear Lake, which is a lower lake, and I went round quite fast, and foot and toe were happy, so I looked at my companions and said, I reckon we can do Emerald. And so we went up the big climb to Emerald Lake. Remember, it's listening. And remember that verse I gave you in Exodus 15:26, if you will diligently hearken to the voice of the Lord your God and do that which is right in his sight, and give ear to his commandments, keep all of his statutes, another word for laws. You know what this verse says? God says, I will put none of these diseases upon thee that I put upon the Egyptians, for I am the Lord that healeth thee. Egyptians, they've dug up bones, tested bones, and found out that these Egyptians had arthritis, osteoporosis, cancer, heart disease. So what's this verse saying? God didn't bring these diseases upon the Egyptians. They brought it upon themselves because they didn't give ear. They didn't hearken or listen to their body and do that which is right. What's right? This! Giving it the right conditions so that it can heal. A lady said to me, Barbara, how do you keep up the pace? I said, do you want to know my secret? I found a list of of health laws that sustain me. And you will find too, as you implement them, they will sustain you too. That's the good news.
Inspired by Dr. O'Neill's teachings, you decide to integrate her principles into your daily life. Each morning begins with a glass of water, a refreshing ritual that sets a positive tone for the day ahead. You experiment with meals filled with vibrant herbs and nutrient-dense foods. Turmeric finds its way into your morning smoothie. Blueberries become your afternoon snack. Legumes feature prominently in your dinners. Each meal feels like an opportunity to nourish your body from within. Your exercise routine evolves too. You embrace regular workouts that include both aerobic activities and strength training. The thrill of high-intensity interval training becomes a favorite way to boost HGH levels while invigorating your spirit. Mindfulness practices weave seamlessly into your day as well. You carve out time for meditation or deep breathing exercises, creating moments of calm amidst life's chaos, a sanctuary where stress dissipates and balance restores. While embracing Dr. O'Neill's philosophy brings newfound energy and vitality into your life, you also encounter challenges along the way. Critics voice concerns about her methods. Some argue they lack rigorous scientific validation or caution against relying solely on natural remedies for serious conditions. It is essential to remain aware of these perspectives as you navigate your health journey. You learn that while natural healing offers incredible benefits, it should complement rather than replace conventional medical advice, especially when addressing significant health issues. As you reflect on this journey, inspired by Dr. Barbara O'Neill, you realize that trusting your body's natural healing power requires both faith and knowledge. It's about understanding that simple choices, hydration, dietary adjustments, exercise routines, can profoundly impact health and longevity. You discovered that true wellness encompasses more than just physical health. It involves nurturing mental well-being and emotional balance too. By integrating these principles into daily life, you cultivate a holistic approach that honors both science and nature. In embracing this journey towards health and anti-aging through water, herbs, and natural hormones, you find yourself empowered, a testament to what happens when we trust our body's innate wisdom while remaining open to learning along the way. As you explore this world, you quickly learn about the top anti-aging foods that promise to nourish not only the body, but also the spirit. Leafy greens take center stage, crisp kale, vibrant spinach, and peppery arugula beckons from their bowls. These powerhouses are packed with vitamins A, C, and K, essential for immune function and skin health. You remember a time when you overlooked these greens. Now they feel like a vital part of your daily meals. Legumes make their entrance next. Beans, lentils, and peas are more than just protein sources. They are detoxifying agents that help flush out toxins from the body. You recall how Dr. O'Neill emphasized their importance for reproductive health due to their high folate content. Incorporating them into your diet feels like a small yet significant step towards longevity. Nuts and seeds join the mix. Almonds, walnuts, chia seeds, and flax seeds, all rich in heart-healthy fats and essential nutrients. As you snack on a handful of mixed nuts, you appreciate their role in lowering cholesterol levels and promoting heart health. Blueberries become your go-to fruit. Their deep blue hue signifies a wealth of antioxidants that protect your brain from degeneration. You find joy in adding them to your morning yogurt or enjoying them as a sweet treat throughout the day. Fatty fish like salmon swim in your meal plans as well. Rich in omega-3 fatty acids, they help reduce inflammation and support cardiovascular health. You savor each bite, knowing you're nourishing your body from within. And then there's turmeric, a golden spice that transforms ordinary dishes into extraordinary ones. Its anti-inflammatory properties resonate with you as you sprinkle it liberally over roasted vegetables or stir it into soups. The kitchen transforms into a herbal sanctuary where nature remedies await discovery. You dive into the world of herbs with enthusiasm, learning how to harness their healing powers. Ginger becomes a staple in your pantry. Its warm, spicy flavor adds depth to teas and meals, while aiding digestion and reducing nausea. You recall making ginger tea on chilly evenings, as it warms not just your body, but also your spirit. Garlic takes on a new significance as well. Known for its immune-boosting properties, you start incorporating raw garlic into salad dressings, or simply crushing it to add to sauteed vegetables. Each clove feels like a small shield against illness. Eucalyptus enters your life during the cold season. Its soothing aroma helps clear congestion when inhaled or applied topically as an oil. You create a ritual of steaming eucalyptus leaves in hot water, a comforting practice that brings out relief during those sniffly days. Herbs become more than just flavor enhancers. They transform into essential components of your healing regimen. You experiment with making herbal teas at home, blending chamomile for relaxation or peppermint for digestive support. Your exploration leads you to understand the significance of hormonal balance in achieving optimal health. You delve into Dr. O'Neill's recommendations about key hormones that require attention. Estrogen and progesterone come first, especially relevant for women navigating hormonal changes throughout life. You learn about cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower that help balance estrogen levels naturally. Incorporating these veggies into your meals feels empowering as you take charge of your hormonal health. Thyroid hormones also capture your interest. They are crucial for metabolism and energy levels. You discover iodine-rich foods like seaweed that support thyroid function. Adding seaweed snacks to your diet becomes an enjoyable way to ensure you're nourishing that vital gland. Cortisol, the stress hormone, becomes a focal point as well. Recognizing its impact on overall well-being prompts you to adopt mindfulness practices such as meditation and yoga. These moments of calm become essential tools in managing stress levels effectively. Water emerges as another cornerstone in this journey towards health. You begin to appreciate its role not just for hydration, but as a healing elixir for various bodily functions. You establish a morning ritual, drinking a glass of water before anything else each day. This simple act prepares your digestive system for food intake while ensuring proper hydration after hours of sleep. Throughout the day, you make it a point to carry a reusable water bottle, a constant reminder to stay hydrated. You learn about water's detoxifying properties. Adequate hydration helps flush out toxins through urine and sweat, promoting overall health. Dr. O'Neill's emphasis on quality resonates with you deeply. You seek out pure mineral water over sugary drinks or flavored alternatives that offer little nutritional value. As you immerse yourself further into this holistic lifestyle, specific home remedies come to light, simple yet effective solutions using common household ingredients that address various ailments. You begin with charcoal poultices, mixing activated charcoal with water to create a paste that can be applied topically on bruises or insect bites to draw out toxins effectively. The castor oil compress becomes another favorite remedy for digestive issues or menstrual cramps. Soaking a cloth in warm castor oil and placing it on the abdomen offers soothing relief through warmth and absorption. For earaches or respiratory discomforts, onion poultices come into play. Slices of raw onion placed near the affected area will provide natural anti-inflammatory benefits while alleviating discomfort. Potato wraps emerge as an unexpected remedy for inflammation. Raw potato slices applied directly on sprains or sore muscles become part of your first aid toolkit at home. You also experiment with cayenne pepper paste, mixing cayenne pepper with olive oil to create a compress that can be applied over the thyroid area for support. A surprising yet effective remedy learned from Dr. O'Neill's teachings. A simple natural cough syrup made from honey and lemon juice becomes your go-to solution during the cold season. Its soothing properties works wonders while providing antibacterial benefits. Finally, ginger tea finds its way back into your routine whenever digestive issues arise or when you're feeling under the weather. Its warmth envelops you like a comforting hug during tough times. Through this journey inspired by Dr. Barbara O'Neill's teachings, you've woven together a tapestry of health practices that honor both nature and science. The kitchen has transformed into a sanctuary where vibrant foods nourish your body, herbs serve as allies in healing, hormonal balance is prioritized, water is revered as life-giving elixir, and home remedies empower you to take charge of your health. Each choice made, from the foods consumed to the remedies embraced, reflects an understanding that true wellness is multifaceted, encompassing physical vitality along with mental clarity and emotional balance. In this harmonious dance between self-care and self-discovery lies the essence of living well, a beautiful testament to trusting in nature's wisdom while nurturing one's own body through mindful choices every day.